Hi everyone! In this video we're going to look at building an audience for a subscription, auto-following the audience to people, and auto-following the audience to sites. As we looked at in the Introduction to Subscriptions video, subscriptions allow you to auto-follow groups of users to either sites or to people. Let's start with looking at how you access the subscriptions page. The page can be accessed from your user menu by selecting Manage and Subscriptions. If Segments is enabled, app managers can also work with subscriptions for specific segments by launching the segment bar and selecting subscriptions from the items in the bar. So let's have a look at how you build a subscription by selecting your audience. Subscriptions can be for everybody in your organisation or made up of different rules which group your users in a much more granular way. Subscription rules can be built from one or more of the following profile attributes: segment, if enabled, company, department, division, city, state and country. Let's start by building a subscription for a group of employees here at GoodCo. I'm going to click on Add Subscription, and at GoodCo we have segments enabled, so that's the first value available to me when creating my subscription. When segments is not enabled, you'll get the choice of either everyone in organisation or select audience. If you select audience, you'll get the fields we're looking at here. I'm able to choose a single segment or all segments, and from there I can add to my rule. So in the drop down you can see the fields mentioned previously: company, department, division, city, state and country. I'm going to start by creating a subscription for people in France and the UK. So now I want to narrow the audience down to people in the Human Resources department. And finally, I just want people in Paris or London, so I'm going to select those cities. You can remove any values from these rules by clicking the cross next to them, and you can remove a whole rule if you need to by clicking the cross to the right of it. Now we have our subscription in place, let's look at following that audience to people. At GoodCo, I want the audience I've created to follow the HR directors in the UK and France. So I click on People, and I can search for those people to add. Once I've added them, I click Save. And you can now see my subscription is listed on the subscriptions page. So those individuals will now get a notification that a subscription's been made to follow them, and the audience will now start seeing content from those people in their feed. So now let's look at following our subscription audience to sites. This time I want to follow my audience to the HR Europe site. So I'm going to select Sites, search for HR Europe, and again it's possible to add more than one site here if you want to. When setting up subscriptions for sites, you'll be asked if you want the subscription to be mandatory. So if you leave this unchecked, users will be able to unfollow the site you've subscribed them to. But if you've selected mandatory, they won't have the option to unfollow. So I'm going to select mandatory for this subscription, and now I'm going to click Save. When following your audience to unlisted or private sites as opposed to public sites, there are a couple of things to note. So when using the search in the subscription builder, app managers will only be able to find unlisted sites that they're a member of. Subscriptions made to unlisted sites will need to be approved by the site owner or manager before they take effect. All private sites are discoverable in the site search within the subscription builder, but approval will be needed from the site owner or manager before the subscription takes effect. Let's have a recap on what we've looked at during this video. Firstly, we looked at building an audience, and a subscription rule can be made up of all or any of the following fields: segment, company, department, division, city, state or country. You can choose single or multiple values for any of these. We looked at following people, single or multiple, and they'll be notified when a subscription is made to follow them. We've looked at following sites, public, unlisted and private. For unlisted sites, app managers need to be members or owners of the site in order to create a subscription. And approval from the site manager or owner will be required. Subscriptions can be set to follow private sites, and these will also require approval from the site owner or manager. So that's how you set up subscriptions. We hope you found this video useful, and we hope to see you again soon.